Hwasin is going to be the white Terran over here at the top right. So that makes Lomo at the bottom right, bottom left, excuse me, as the red Terran. Cross spots. Whoa. That is Hwasin. Those girls are in love with him. There's no other way to describe it. Oh, owned. You thought the camera was off you. Oh, she's getting owned again. Korean fangirls, man, crack me up. So, moving on to the game. Doesn't look like we're going to see any proxying, at least at the start. I could be wrong, though. Nope, because we're going to see the depot out here pretty fast. There's another sign. Clearly another Hwasin fan. We got a really lively crowd here today. Taking the refinery, I believe that's before the barracks. Not totally uncommon. Normally that indicates that the player is going to focus more on the on a gas-oriented build, at least early game like that. Look at all those signs. Our camera guys cannot get enough of that cluster of Korean fangirls. Barracks now going down for Lomo. I think we're going to see fast command center from our white Terran, Hwasin. Indeed. Fast command center in Terran versus Terran really isn't risky, although it might appear risky. It's actually it's reasonably safe. However, you just want to be careful that they don't get that first vulture in your base, and you want to be careful that you do not get proxied with barracks. So, I think what we'll probably see in response is Lomo trying to get a pretty fast expansion up here. After he realizes that his opponent's going for the fast command center. Terran factory on the way. Now, normally we see the Terran player get the first vulture out. This is one of the reasons why building placement is so critical in this matchup, especially when you do the fast command center. You want to be able to kind of wall off from any type of vulture rushing in there. Because all it takes is one vulture to get in your base, and if you don't have the factory done by then, that vulture can kill off every single SCV you have. Vultures are so fast, so strong. Oh, and I think that's pretty interesting, actually. I think what we're going to see here instead is a kind of a wall-in over here with the factory and the barracks by Hwasin, so that if the vulture does get by, it will not be able to take out, it will not be able to get to the main base. Oh, deflected! Nice! That was pretty sexy. Fast starport for Lomo. See if he gets an add-on there. Yeah, see, he can wall that off. Me and the Gorm TV Observer were on the same page there for a second. So here's the bunker. Now, one thing that I'm wondering is if he gets the well, no, it looks like he's not even going to go for that vulture though. So all this vulture talk was for nothing. Thanks a lot, Lomo. All right, so we have the drops. Well, we might not actually be seeing dropships. We may see the Wraith with the add-on. And when I say with the add-on, what I'm basically saying is he's going to get the cloak upgrade. That's certainly a possibility. A lot of times we'll see a tank push covered with Wraiths, covered by Wraiths, not covered with them. Like a side order of Wraiths with my tank. Okay, he is going to get the cloak. Second factory on the way for Hwasin. Hwasin certainly has an economical advantage. There is going to be an inevitable Terran push, so we want to watch out for that. Okay, so here it comes now. Will Hwasin have siege mode at a time? Will that matter? Will he be able to hold out this attack? This is all very standard Terran versus Terran play, but I'm not going to lie, it can go either way at this moment. Both builds are pretty much equally strong, but it's going to be tough, very tough to hold off this attack. Keep in mind that the Wraiths with the cloak can pick off the one tank, which is going to be there to defend. Looks like he backs off just for a second. Now Terran is probably going to put tanks on this ledge here. Yeah, here he goes now. Maybe just one tank here. Now the Wraith is in here. Is he going to go for the SCVs or is he going to go for the tanks? And looks like Lomo going to move in here. He just doesn't seem very sure of himself. And he is going to get the Academy, or at least the SCV making the Academy, but it does finish just barely in time. Looks like Hwasin is going to manage to scout his opponent. No! Right back at you. He did manage to block that off. And it's really going to be up to how much damage these Wraiths can do. Doesn't look like they're going to go for the tank. Instead, they're going to go for the SCVs. Picking off as many SCVs as they possibly can, trying to gain some kind of advantage, since Hwasin right now does have the econ advantage this game. And a scan. He's going to have to run. He shouldn't have put that right near the bunker. It did get picked off. Now uncloaking and attacking this barracks. He's going to go for a drop onto the high ground. This could prove... Oh, he's going to get a lot of units in there for this drop. And look at this. He will be in range of the refinery. The refinery is critical in Terran versus Terran. It looks like Hwasin's response is to actually counterattack the main. I don't think Lomo has enough to defend that. And there's the Panda Bear, which was once assassinated in a previous StarCraft game because it spotted a proxy. We'll now know what fate beholds Lomo. He spotted it. He's going to have to use some SCVs to hold this off, I think. No, bringing back the attack. I'm going to try to use these Marines. Hwasin may have too many units. If this attack, however, fails for Hwasin, Hwasin will most definitely lose this game. Now setting up this contain. Meanwhile, Hwasin's refinery under heavy fire might have already been taken out. Looks like Lomo may actually hold off this attack. And, wow. He does have one Wraith, though. He's got to get away from that Wraith. He's going to come back here cloaked and take out... And, oh, what? Double kill. I haven't seen that since James Bond on on Nintendo 64. You almost never see double kills in StarCraft. All right. So now I think Hwasin is going to lose this game. It looked as though for about a minute there that Hwasin was going to win with that counterattack, but I think there's too much pressure over here on this expansion. And he has now landed the barracks over here. Oh, nice. He carved a hole in there so the Marines could cover. Lomo is totally balling out of control this game. I see more factories coming up. All right. Oh, nice move here by Lomo. Picking off both tanks. Lomo is most definitely going to win this series. There's really not much. Okay, Hwasin has finally managed to regain ground over this expansion. Hwasin now sending SCVs. I suspect Lomo will drop there again very soon. like he's going to have to back off. He's going to lose that barracks. Hwasin determined to not let this territory get reclaimed by Lomo. I've never seen Goliath scared by a Wraith before, but I guess I've seen everything now. Oh, he's going to run into the... He might lose his dropship. He cannot afford to lose that dropship. That was close. But not close enough for him to get out of there. There's at least something that Hwasin has managed to get away with this game. Now Hwasin closing in on his opponent, but I think Lomo should have... Okay, there are the rest of the units. All Lomo has to do is keep this momentum going. He's already gained a huge econ advantage due to his early harassment. I think we're going to see an SCV expand there pretty soon, and he's actually going to take this island over here too. Hwasin's moving across the map. He has to come up with some type of offensive maneuver here pretty soon too. You get going for the soft contain again, kind of similar to what we saw in the last game. And he's going to be expanding at the same time his opponent is. Hwasin really, you can clear. Oh, whoa! Spotted. It looks like Lomo was going to go for the double expo. And I think if he sends a dropship over there, he will spot that expansion, but it does not look like he's going to do that. More dropships being pumped for both players. At this phase of the game, it's very much so focused on dropships. Because you don't have a lot of mobility. Now Hwasin trying to do the same thing that Lomo did to him. Here come the dropships now. They will manage to hold out this attack. Although he will lose maybe one dropship. No, they all live. Oh! He cannot afford to lose those dropships. He's edging him over there because he wants to get a little bit farther view of where the tanks are, so that because tanks can actually fire farther than their view is. So if you use another unit as a spotter, that's why he was dancing those dropships around there. It's not because he's a noob. Although I bet those dropships do get pretty dizzy spinning around like that. Looks like this command center is going to finish. It has just finished. More SCVs coming out at this expansion. Looks like Hwasin may be preparing for another drop, possibly in the factory location, possibly on the high ground. However, it doesn't appear as though Hwasin's aware that his opponent has an island, which you should really check for whenever you see a dropship ever. You should always just check or have a building floating over the island. And here he goes. He's going to go for it. He's going to try to break that soft contain. And is it going to work? I think so. Yes, it will. Hwasin really taking it pretty hard here. I thought he was going to lose before pretty early on, but he managed to stay in there. He's still in this game, but man, he is just falling apart. Lomo chewing some Terran gum, I think. I understand what we saw going on in that booth a minute ago. And looks like he will, yeah, it's just, there's no way Hwasin can really get in there and do too much damage. I think we might see an all-out offensive onto the primary expansion that Hwasin has, coming from Lomo, of course. So I think here we go. Hwasin has to hold off this attack. This is the only way he's going to stay in this game. And I'm not sure where Lomo's going to go. Lomo may be going for that expansion at the middle right. Here he is now. He'll probably use those drop ships and drop on top of the tanks. Both players making, being very careful with how they're going to use those drop ships. And we also see a lot of turrets being made on the high ground, which Lomo may move in here and try to take out. Nope, I guess not. Now making a small amount of turrets along the map, just wants to keep an eye out for any other, any more dropship stuff. And, Lomo is just in pretty good shape right now. Even though economically they're pretty even, I think Hwasin's caught up a little bit. The bigger issue is that there's just there's less units for Hwasin, and he just can't afford to make that many more mistakes. Here it goes! Oh God! This may be it! Oh! Oh no! All more units being lost for Hwasin. You got to be so careful. Good Terran players generally scan as they move around the map with their dropships just to make sure they don't walk over Goliaths, because the dropships will die so quickly. They're so fragile. Let's see here. What else is going on in this game? I mean, really, slowly but surely, Lomo is closing in on Hwasin. Okay, here comes some more dropping. Not an effective drop, though, by Lomo. Will be deflected by Hwasin. And now, Hwasin confident that he can move in here. But maybe that was a bad decision to step those Goliaths forward. This matchup is so unforgiving because the siege tanks in siege mode deal so much damage. You make one or two bad decisions and you are almost guaranteed to lose a large chunk of your army. Hwasin is taking the island at the top. I'm curious if Lomo is going to scan there. Lomo's scanning seems to be a little bit better than Hwasin's right now. Where is Hwasin going to go with these drops? Because he has to go somewhere. He can't remain cornered. And as we can see, Lomo making a light line of turrets, and look, he even has one Goliath there to sub in for the turret. The turret was sick that day. I think, well, I mean, the point of that is that there's really no way for Hwasin to sneak out of here with dropships and do some type of devastating drop. We've been seeing a lot of that little panda bear thing in this tournament. I mean, he's everywhere. He likes Terran versus Terran. What is that thing called? Your Sedan? It's weird. It looks like it belongs in a snow level, not a space platform. Anyways, okay. We have the well, I'm really confused by what Hwasin is. I think Hwasin should have been aggressive a little bit sooner there, but maybe he's afraid of an all-in counterattack over here. Looks like now Hwasin may be finally going for the move to be aggressive. It is going to get spotted by this Goliath at the top. I believe it will be spotted. It is going to fly over one of the turrets, which is owned by Lomo. Lomo now knows that he can counterattack, I believe. Oh, they're going to spot this, spot the command center. The barracks is going to be taken out. Here comes Lomo now, dealing tons of damage, securing this location over here where the SCVs are. And wow, this is just, oh my god, I have never seen SCVs explode so quickly. And I think we may see these units picked up here. He may go in here and try to break that contain, I'm not sure. He's had to do something though. Okay, he is now moving down here, but it looks like Lomo is already prepared. And although Hwasin will come out on top in this small battle, actually maybe not, there's some more units coming in here. I think we may see GG depending on how long Hwasin wants to drag the game out. And here's going to be one drop over here on this expansion. He's already scanned it. No, he looks like he's going to ignore that spot and drop right outside of the expansion. And yeah, I think once again Lomo's going to hold this attack off too. Lomo, nice work with the SCVs. Impressive. Lomo definitely going to win this now. As unfortunately for Hwasin, he's not managed to save an expansion. All Lomo has to do now is drop the top center point or push. Well, I don't know. It looks like he might be going just directly for the main. No upgrades for Lomo. He is just continuing to reduce the tank count of his opponent. Wow, look at that. Talk about amazing game we're seeing here. Lomo very good at Terran versus Terran, systematically making all the correct decisions and slowly but surely tearing Hwasin apart. Another expansion for Lomo. We are just sitting here waiting to see what Hwasin will do next. Lomo playing very defensively. A lot of times when players know they've won, they'll play very, very defensively to make sure they don't slip up and give the game away, which seems to be what Lomo's doing. Not a bad idea, though. I don't blame him. I mean, there's a lot of money on the line in this tournament. I think Lomo may very well be maxed out right now. And you can see Hwasin's trying to gain control of this top left main by slowly sending units over there, but Lomo's already aware of this plan and is probably going to engage those units very soon here. That command center, I believe, is 1 hex away, too far away from the minerals. And it looks like Hwasin may come out. Actually, no. I keep thinking Hwasin may come out on these battles, but Lomo just has so many units. All he has to do is keep on reinforcing. I wonder how many minerals are at this top middle island expansion, because if that runs out, Hwasin will have to leave. That is exactly why Hwasin is desperately trying to bring units over here. And you can see Lomo's even setting up a contain point so that he cannot build the command center there. And here comes the drop now. Lomo needs to reinforce this if he wants to prevent him from getting this location. That's a sizable amount of tanks. Lomo's going to have to use dropships to reinforce. And reinforcement is the course of action. I think it can just overwhelm those tanks. And we can see Hwasin. Oh, and you can see Lomo's already scanned it, and he knows that now he's probably going to have to attack. Actually, he may go for the main, seeing that there are no tanks there, because I do see a lot of Lomo's units gathering up outside the main. Either way, both would be good, I think. Lomo even taking the center, so he will get those double refineries. Okay, I think we're going to see any second now. Looks like Lomo was unsure of what to do, but he's going to need to act fast. Attacking a stationary Terran is a lot harder than it looks, especially against a player like Hwasin, who's very good. can see Lomo just has the entire map. Hwasin is desperately trying to stay in this game. Anything he can do. I have seen Terrans, I mean, come back, you know, in long, drawn-out games like this, but it's just very difficult. And now we can see Hwasin's going to try to take out the, or at least guard the entrance to this expansion, so that cannot be reinforced. We may see battle cruisers at some point in time coming from Lomo. Oh! A lot of scans being thrown down back and forth. This is a very long, drawn-out game. And you can see that now Lomo building a ton of turrets over here. I'm not sure what exactly Lomo's plan is. I assume he's going for battlecruisers, but we haven't gotten a shot of his base yet. Battlecruisers are great if you're really, really ahead. You can Yamato tanks, stuff like that. It's pretty good. And there's really not much else going on this game. We can see Hwasin desperately trying to set up position over here at this top left expansion. And Lomo, I'm not sure why he hasn't attacked it yet. I was pretty sure he could have killed it early on. Here comes some more dropships moving out here. Basically, Hwasin's going to try to keep this expansion and secure the mineral, natural, and the natural of this expansion. And hopefully, I mean, he's basically hoping that Lomo will have spent too much money and will be lower on resources, and then the game could swing back in his favor. Now, because we're seeing more armories, I think we will see battle cruisers. He'll probably be upgrading air weapons. It's funny, Lomo has so many expansions that he actually can't have SCDs mining in all of them. We're just kind of chilling over here, you know, waiting to see how this game's going to turn out. It's been pretty passive. We're going to see another command center. At this point in time, I think Lomo's annoyed that Hwasin hasn't left the game, but is instead going to try to humiliate him by making command centers everywhere. Oh, I think we're going to see a drop over here. Oh, here's the drop! Hwasin's finally moving out. And I think Lomo's probably going to send a bunch of units over here and try to take it out. And now we're going to see the battlecruiser attack. So we will see battlecruisers this game. Although I gotta say, Hwasin does have a nice little position over there at that expansion. Doesn't really impact Lomo too much. He has too many expansions. Hwasin pretty much only has 2 that are functional. In fact, that island may be wiped out by now, or at least mined out. So, Lomo's probably going to sit back, maybe sack a few SCVs to get enough food to get some more battlecruisers. And this may be the first game I've casted in a while that I've seen battlecruisers. Oh, and here comes Hwasin now. Going to try to make a little bit more of a dent over here. This is Hwasin's attempt to slowly but surely deal damage in this game. You can see Lomo may have too many units. However, really he does not want to let Hwasin get that expansion over there. If Hwasin gets that expansion, it would be really bad for Lomo. Oh man, yeah, so there's the physics lab. There are no add-ons there though. Is Lomo like falling asleep or something? I'm surprised Lomo's like not doing more during this game while he's winning. What else can I talk about? So we see Hwasin slowly but surely trying to get this expansion over here at the far right. Now, Lomo, I assume, is going to get into a position to attack that pretty soon here. No add-ons still. What are you doing, Lomo? Get those add-ons. Oh, he should not have stepped out that far. He does not have many tanks there. Lomo could possibly go in there and kill that. I would think he could. He has so many units. Why is Lomo not killing that? And there we go. GG. Hwasin gave up. He was just too far behind. He knew Lomo wasn't going to engage him, but instead starve him out in the long game. Well played by Lomo. Probably could have ended a lot sooner, but Lomo decided to sit back, I guess, and enjoy himself, have a cocktail. There's Lomo. He's cloaked right now. You can't see him. Oh, no, there he is. He uncloaked. Great game. Next, we've got Yellow versus Odin. I thought that was a really back-and-forth game there, at least at the start. It looked like Hwasin was possibly going to make some type of recovery, but Lomo's decision-making was just impeccable. And actually, that wasn't. I shouldn't even say that was that back and forth. It really wasn't that back and forth. It was pretty much one-sided, favoring Lomo. Although we did see some moments where Hwasin kind of